Now tell us why that's wrong.
I'm asking you, like, was that wrong? Like, what is that time for? Like, so basically, the question I really want to get to is, what is the shortest amount of time for you to move on from somebody that you were married to and they deceased?
Okay, so 2 parts to this. The first one for me is going to be, we're going to let R. Reed do it because I can already tell this man look angry. This man look mad. He look pissed. For me, so was he a horrible guy? Because if it's true, I don't really care. But if it wasn't true and you're now desecrating the dead.
You don't know, though. You don't know the guy. You have no idea.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm just asking. That's what I'm asking. Is it true? If it's true, then I don't really care as much. Like, if everybody knew, like, you know, we always got that one nigga who perhaps acts like a little bit of a asshole to every person that he's ever known, and is kind of like a dick, and has some latent feelings for women, which are probably going to prevent him from ever getting, you know...
Hey, he gay.
Yeah, something like that. But, you know, if he were to die right now, people would be like, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, he was so nice to them. No, the fuck he wasn't. Don't be over here lying, talking about how he's in a better place. Nah, this nigga didn't give a fuck about Jesus. Like, let's not be over here bullshitting just because somebody dead. The same reason that we say fuck horrible weak ass Bush, we got to keep that same energy when it comes to dead niggas. However, let's get the benefit of the doubt. If he was just an average person, so, you know, he had good days, he had bad days, he did some things, he didn't do some things, then she is a piece of shit for saying what she said. Because the biggest thing here is, if you was not here talking shit about him before he died, you don't need to talk shit about him now. I would have told you George weak ass horrible Bush was a person toucher, and had tried to fuck over black people, and that I didn't give a fuck about him taking little photo op pictures with Obama, because I'm not Obama. I can tell you that you full of shit to your face. But if I was to come out years later after all this shit happened and be like, oh, well George, nah. We talk about people, but you need to keep that same energy. Don't be doing it now just because it's convenience and you think things are going in the favor of you. So, to put all that together, Armstead, great question, and she a bitch for that.
What about you? What do you feel, Bernie Cinnamon?
I felt like she's probably an agent of chaos, and she stayed with him. And I don't want to see no bullshit about you crying when he was dead, but now when he died, but now you're gonna act like this way. I mean, you just realize that she is who she is, and I'll probably block her because that's not a person you can associate with.
Correct.
True.
It's more likely they was unhappy when he died or whatever was going on. She stayed with him, but you did it, so you got to own it. And if you go through with it, go through with it. Like he just said. If I'm with somebody and I'm all nice and then when they die I'm all sad and stuff, I'm going to just play the part, even if I know they're secretly a piece of shit. Just play the part.
It's just something you
don't lose anything by doing that. She has everything to lose by. Now she looks like a hypocrite. And you never want to look like a hypocrite to the people who know you very well.
It's like House of Cards season 1. The most southern thing you could have done is give me that glass of tea. Sometimes you just got to give people class, even if they don't deserve it. Just invite them for that glass of tea. Even if you're like, you a piece of shit, I hate you, and I don't like anything about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the mic from you, Armstead. That was a great question. You know, did you have a thought?
Yeah, my thing was how long.
No.
Like, sorry. So we didn't answer the other part of it. To move on?
How long do you feel like?
It depends. It depends. How old are you? If you're 18, I expect you to move on in 6 months. If you're 30, bitches got shit to do. 2 months tops. If you're 50 or 60, I mean, depends on how long you've been with the person.
People die every day, B.
Exactly. People die every day, B. Like, no. I think when you're 30, like you're just now getting into your shit. So I'm sorry, you ain't got time.
So you feel like that when you're?
I feel like when you're young, you're stupid and you waste time.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. If you were married to somebody, let's say somebody got married at 21, and they've been married for 5 years, but of course he died for some particular reason.
Okay.
How long should it take for you to be with somebody else?
Okay. So I'm married to my girl since 21. Yeah. She dies at, let's say, 30.
Yeah.
So we've been together for 9 years. We've been married. Let's say we married 4 years.
I just got out of marriage. I'm moving on quickly.
I mean, that's kind of where I was taking this.
Especially if I'm being like a faithful man.
Well, yeah, exactly. If there are kids involved,
I can't be faithful.
if there's kids involved, I would probably take a little bit of time. But if there's no children involved, then I'm moving on.
I mean, I'm not taking no time for no goddamn kids. Now, in front of them, yes.
But that's the thing. Yeah, but kids know everything. That's the problem. Right. Is that again? I didn't think that. I feel like everyone goes through their mourning period different. So if your mourning period is a bunch of casual sex, just make sure that you never bring anybody back to the crib. But I feel like you won't move on until you've had time to process it. And that's kind of the part that's going to be more difficult if it's a relationship that you've had since 21.
No,
like that's why I was trying to do it. Like if you like met this person at like 28 and now you're 30 and they died. And it was just like one of those things where it's like, I mean, I can see you moving on in 2 months. Whereas if you're 18, you know, teenagers, they exaggerate everything. Like you feel like, oh, we were together forever. Nothing's going to be the same. And like by the time you're 30, you're like, niggas die every day, B. like you by 30, you've seen enough heartbreak and enough things that have happened and things that go right and fucking trials and tribulations, wins and losses, as we like to say in the segment. So you by that point in time, you get it. Now, I mean, I get it if they were like the best, like let's say you had your perfect girl, Armstead. You've known her since 18. Y'all got married at 22. She always used to cook dinner for you and all these other things. I can understand you being there and being like, man, I don't want to move on for like 2 years. Like no woman will ever replace her because it's like if your girl was that good,
you're trying to replace. You're trying to get your dick wet.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is I can see someone like I can see him being like that, and I wouldn't have a problem with that. I feel like basically what I'm saying is I feel like it depends on the relationship. But at the same time, would I be okay with you being like, man, she was a bitch and fuck her and all that? Like, dog, she dead. Like,
I would do that to my boys, but I wouldn't do that in public.
Yeah,
I think it's different. Do that to my boys. I'd be like, man, I don't know what I was thinking staying with a dog. I don't know what.
One thing I'm gonna say is that I feel like do you feel like it's a difference between men and women when it comes to that scenario?
Yeah, it depends on the woman. Like most women.
No. I mean, like for example, if the shoe was on the other foot, if the female died,
if the female died, it wouldn't be cool at all for you to say anything.
Okay,
but since it's a man who died, some people are gonna be like, well, she should express herself, and it's like,
yeah, because she's an agent of chaos, and you know, men don't have to.
Well, I feel like the way that we deal with it is differently. I don't do the whole agents of chaos thing because I think there are some people.
Women are allowed to be freaking emotional.
Well, no, it's not even that. Well, you're right. Men aren't allowed to be emotional, and I feel like that is what stunts many men's emotional growth, and why niggas be like contemplating suicide for like 10 years and then one day they kill themselves and people are like, what happened? Like, what happened, dog? It's like, dog, he been literally hating himself for the last 10 years. And when you look at his view, you're like, that's why that nigga always went to the bridge. He wasn't fishing. That nigga was trying to jump.
That nigga wasn't fishing?
Yeah, it's like, that nigga wasn't actually fishing. That nigga was trying to jump. But I think the difference is, and where I would like things to move, Ari, to get to your point is that men should be more emotional, but we should hold women accountable for their emotions. As you were saying, Armstead, is your first question, or your main question was, what's too fast to move on? I think it's too fast for her to be making that statement based on the facts that I know from this. Now, if he was a piece of shit, that's cool. But unless I saw like inklings of that and wasn't nobody saying nothing and
Even then.
Well, but that's a moment of class. You're saying now class.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of women aren't classy.
Ooh. Been a long time since school give a fuck about class.
Exactly. I feel like a lot of women aren't classy when it comes time when it comes time for you to unpack a negative emotion. Because a lot of women are classy when it's like, you know, like it's kids involved, it's all these other things. But like the moment you ain't that nigga, the moment things ain't going the way that they thought things was gonna go, it just is what it is. But I want to move from this topic on to mine really quickly. So my thing for y'all as we go into 2019, or as we are in 2019, depending on when you're listening to this, is that you need to be confident. Like that's one thing that we're having a little too much of in the black community is people not being confident. Now, I don't care if you listen to this, you're a boy, girl, boy. I don't care. I don't give two fucks. But what I care about is the fact that you need to be confident. Like, move confidently. Be who you are, that you said you are, and be confident about it, no matter how things turn out. If things go badly, learn from your mistakes and keep going. But white people are, and good Jesus, white people are things that white people right now are going through a time where they are just acting mad reckless. And when you're living in these days and ages when people are coming out like Dr. Narcon making these racist ass fucking podcasts, and you've got Poolside Becky and Barbecue Paula and all this other bullshit.
Rock throwing bitchy.
Exactly.
Rock throwing Betty.
Yeah, rock throwing bitchy. Like, you gotta be confident in how you're moving. You gotta know the things that you're doing and know what you bring to the table. Maybe you're not getting the kind of dates that you want, but you know what? You keep making yourself better. It's kind of like going back to what we were talking about at the very beginning of the podcast. You need to be able to do things for you. Like, don't just do this for somebody else. Don't just think about trying to get with the chick. Don't just think about doing all these other things. You need to do things specifically for you. And be confident. Be confident. Be confident, my friends. Confidence is sexy. Confidence is something that carries on from person to person. You know, if you see somebody walking here, you'd be like, big grip. Like, you can be like, that dude is confident, and now I want to be confident about myself as well. And get your fashion game up, man. Get your fashion game up. One thing I will give you, R-Reed, is that you always mix it up.
Oh, man, you got to be on it, man.
Yeah. That's something I'm going to try to do in 2019.
What?
Mix it up a little bit.
We go shopping together?
Yeah, we could. You know what? Let's do that. Let's do that.
Since you got money, then I'll just watch you buy the stuff I really want.
Oh, man.
Ask borrow.
But
I'd be going to like Forever 21.
Hey, man, you go where you got stuff at, bro. You go where you got stuff at. But R-Reed, I think you had one relationship topic that you wanted to get to before we got to the Cardi B offset nonsense. Unless that's.
Let me ask you a question. This is how young is too young for your 30s?
To date or to fuck?
Either.
Okay, to fuck.
Both.
Anything below the age of 18.
Okay, duh. Say that.
to date, I think you're not going to have.
You would fuck an 18-year-old, really?
I'd fuck an 18-year-old in a heartbeat.
I don't think I would.
I feel like you say that until you have an 18-year-old on your bed, naked, like, let's do this damn thing.
That perfect body, no stretch marks, no PTSD.
Yeah, exactly.
From your past relationships.
No bullshit.
Crazy shit.
None of that fuck shit.
I don't need hands to carry your baggage and fit on my fingers.
But no. But I feel like relationship-wise, I can't do below 24. Because I need you to have, like, heartbreak and disappointment. Because those are the things that season you as a person. Like, I remember who I was at 18.
Too much. Lord Jesus.
Well, no. I'm not saying I want you to be, like, cutting your wrist and, like, you committed suicide 8 times since whatever. And you're super depressed because life sucks. It's like, life sucks for everybody. All right? There's nobody who's like, my life is great. Everybody has different things. And a lot of times people just hide behind certain things. But, no, that's a good question. What about you, Armstead? How old is too young to fuck? How old is...
Oh, it was too old, too. I'm sorry.
Oh, how old is too old, too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I mean, depends on how
too
she's
young
looking.
for me would be...
Too young for you is what?
Too young for me
fuck is what?
Too young for me to fuck, what I think would be like 20. Right.
You wouldn't fuck anything younger than 20, or you wouldn't fuck anything under 21?
I wouldn't fuck anything... Yeah, she had to be at least above 21 and older.
So she got to be able to get into the club and drink.
Yeah, at least. As far as dating, the youngest 25, oldest.
Be careful because you never know who's listening.
Be careful.
40.
I'm not dating no 40-year-old woman.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not dating
I want
no
your
40-year-old woman.
Can't do it.
I know why you're doing this. All right, let's just act like they don't listen, because more likely they're not going to listen. And if they go back and listen, it's whatever.
Let's cut that out. The youngest, I would say that I can sleep with, I would say, they got to be at least 21 and up. The oldest, for me, I would say at least 37, 36.
I don't even want no chick that old.
Yeah, me neither.
Not until I'm that age. Like, I would typically know more than 5 years older than me, and I would really say about 3.
Well, the difference for me is I still need to start having kids.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
you just
probably
want
really
one.
need
You just want one.
I want one, and I want a son. And I'll pay the $10,000 whatever we got to do to get the son. I want a son.
He said, look, man, I'll go into debt for this.
We'll go to whatever we got to do.
He said, we're going to be Jesus and Holy Water.